the simulation, even though as these players are looking back, looking this way, and it might not seem like much, getting them in the habit of doing that, even in drills like this, can really help players learn that they have to keep their head on a swivel in games. What's going on, everybody? I'm Patrick from POWLAX, where we create confident coaches because confident coaches create great environments for players. And in this video, I've got a great defensive footwork drill for you called the 2-ball reaction drill. The 2-ball reaction drill is a drill I first saw in Coach Tiffany's defensive work drill back when he was at Brown, which I will tag in the description of the YouTube video. Now I've modified it a bit to add in a couple other things. His version is great too. We're going to show you that as well. But so to show you, we are going to go to Lacrosse Lab. Now this is just a digital playbook. If you would like to see my playbook or get it for you or your players, you can do that at POWLAX.com/PDP. You have to have a team though if you're going to do POWLAX Gold and share to your team. Now within Lacrosse Lab, we're going to go to drills, defensive drills, footwork and form drills, and then we're going to start with Coach Tiffany's version, which is the reaction drill to ground ball. So to see the setup, basically what we're doing is coach is going to have 2 balls. You're going to set up 2 lines, and the first player in each line is going to hand you a ball. Definitely do that. It's way better than having to look for the balls yourself. And then they are going to go in front of the coach. Now, what the coach is going to do is he's going to move the balls in whichever direction he wants the players to move, and they're going to have to see what he's doing with the balls and then react and move their bodies in that form. Now, once they are done, he's going to roll the ball out to the players. Now, within his version, they scoop it up and they throw it to the player who is next in line, who then hands the ball back to you. Really great system for moving quickly through it because the players have to control the balls and they give you the balls each rep. And so once the balls are tossed out in the example, they flip them up to their teammates, they go get back in line, and then the next part of the drill starts. Now, the little bits of modifications that I'll show you within this and then the live video examples are basically just that we're going to have the players sit inside for a little bit and do some vision work as far as seeing their man, seeing me, seeing their man, seeing me, as I have the ball. And then also they're going to get the ground ball, roll away from pressure, and throw the ball upfield as if they were in a clear. The final part that I like to add is I like them to approach the pipes on the goal, and I will stand right in front of the goal. And so these players will approach, touch the pipe, and then now we're doing horizontal movements. Left and right, left and right. This could be shuffles. This could be running each direction. Ground ball goes. They circle around. They throw the ball up to the other players. The other players then come back to us, and then they replace each other. Now, for the second rep, these players are going to approach, touch the pipes, and now we're going to drop step. So now they're drop step and shuffle or drop step, turn and run. Then they roll the balls out, pick them up, roll away, throw the ball up to the other players. The other players will come back, and then we can start that second rep, as they're throwing the ball up to the next players, because we'll just have it move a little bit quicker if everybody has a ball and everybody hands the balls to you. But so now we're going to check out the live versions of this drill. Now, in Coach Tiffany's video, he's working with collegiate really good players. We're working with a bunch of beginners. So the cool thing about this drill is you can run this with any group of players that you want. Now, these players are inside. They're going to be the ones in the drill. I'm standing in front of the goal, and these players are now in a good defensive stance, looking away and then looking at the ball as if they were in a defensive set, needing to shift their head. And so what we're doing is we're training muscle memory. I remember when I was learning to drive a car, actually, we got into this big simulator thing where you had a seat and mirrors in the back of your head that then showed a screen up front, so that when you needed to look behind you, you actually looked to a mirror that then showed the screen in front. And I thought it was just the dumbest thing, but really it was getting my muscle memory in the feeling of like, hey, when I got to go backwards, I got to turn and look. And so the simulation, even though as these players are looking back, looking this way, and it might not seem like much, getting them in the habit of doing that, even in drills like this, can really help players learn that they have to keep their head on a swivel in games. But so here is the drill. So they're going to be looking back, looking at me. Oh, we're also doing switching sides. So they're actually switching to be able to look too. And then they're going to approach. They're going to poke check the pipe. And now they're going to drop step and run, turn, drop step and run, drop step and run. And then I believe we have them approach again here. But so then they backpedal, turn and run, and then I'll be throwing the balls out. They'll then go scoop up the balls, and then they should be throwing to the next player in these lines, which on occasion those players weren't quite ready. Now in this next example, we're not doing any of the head on a swivel stuff yet, and then they are going to be throwing the ball to this pop-up defenseman. I probably should have had the players there also in the corners, because if the players that they're throwing to are in the corners of the field versus the middle, they're not going to come back through the next rep of the drill. But so they're going to approach, touch the pipe, backpedal, and we are turning and running, drop stepping, turning and running. And so they're going to go back and forth, and then they're going to go get their balls and then try to throw it to hit that little pop-up defenseman. But so very fun drill, really cool, just reactionary drill where they're not just doing the footwork, right? And I think that's really important, just to make sure that the players are getting used to the idea they're going to have to react to a dodger, so that the next drill we probably do will be one-on-ones, or we might do one-on-ones prior to this, so that they have the in-game or competition level experience either just after or just before this drill. But so that wraps up the 2-ball reaction drill. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you're looking for more lacrosse information, check out POWLAX.com and make sure to follow POWLAX on social media. Have a good one. I will see you guys in the next video.